So, since we're doing a keynote-a-thon, let's all talk about telephones. No? Okay, sorry. We're actually going to be talking about nurturing the neglected C. Think back to when you were in high school and think about the formats of communication that you had. For me, we actually had handwritten letters, AOL chat rooms, and yes, pagers. I had a green one. For my son, my 9-year-old, he doesn't even know what a corded telephone is. In fact, a corded telephone to him is when his iPhone is charging. But he lives in a world of constant Wi-Fi. He lives in a world of emoticons and what? Watches that send email? Who would have thought? A lot of times we talk about the 3 C's. We talk about critical thinking, we talk about creativity, and we talk about collaboration. But we really forget to call upon one of the most important C's, which is communication. And while we're on the topic of C's, let's not leave out colleges or careers. FDR said it best, we can build our youth for the future, but we have to look to the future to be able to do that. Think about it. 768 managers said that communication was the top rated of the 4 C's. And communication is also the top rated of soft skills. Think about it. We hire for hard skills. We hire people for certificates and credentials and things like that. But we don't fire them for those reasons. Most time we fire somebody because they send a rogue email or they can't communicate effectively in a group. And communication isn't just oral and written skills, it's also nonverbal skills and listening skills and visual and multimedia skills. So what can we actually do in our classroom? Well, for starters, we can actually start teaching kids to advocate for themselves and communicate with the communication tools that we already have. Email, as much as we hate it, is a tool that is very, very used in the business world, and it's something that we need to continue to teach students to use. Additionally, teaching kids to communicate effectively in groups so they can actually achieve positive interdependence. And to communicate effectively their strengths and weaknesses online in portfolios. And finally, to use their digital doppelganger online and communicate their thoughts and feelings and ideas appropriately. We're constantly judged by our communication online. Sorry, Harlandale, if anybody's here from Harlandale, but this popped up on Ken's 5 News. And we have to be very careful about what we pin and what we curate online because it says something about us. It communicates something about us. Sorry, Harlandale. I'm sure there's other examples. But there's positive examples as well. It's how we communicate our ideas, our digital artifacts. This student has a ball portfolio and is phenomenal. She used it in high school as a mentorship project, and she continues to use it in college to communicate her learning and her strengths. And another thing we need to start communicating and advocating is for how we actually communicate in groups, what our own strengths and weaknesses are. We can't talk about technology because whatever we have is going to be gone. It's going to be obsolete. What we have to do is prepare our students for whatever tools they have to communicate with. So please stop neglecting and start nurturing communication.